Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome back to the Da Vinci Code, where we're starting off a little bit on the move because the police are after us. They somehow figured out that we were on a private jet. I don't know why I need this rail cart, but it's here, so I'm going to try to use it. Also, I don't know why it was so hard to pull that down. Okay. So yeah, we are here at Biggin Hill Airfield, where the cops are right on our tails. Somehow, even though we took a private jet to get here, they know we were on it.
Robert Langdon and Sophie Naveau, you are wanted for murder and resisting arrest. You must turn yourselves in immediately. We have orders to open fire if you attempt to escape.
Robert, those police are ready to fire on us. We need to find some cover if we're going to get through this alley.
Okay, so that's why I need the rail cart. For a second there, I thought it was just going to send me straight to a game over screen, which I really wouldn't have been that surprised by, even though... Oh no. This is so arduous, so tough. Ah, so sneaky. Huh. I like how they're just shooting the ground. Like, what are they even shooting at now? And oh, the rail car was nice enough to reset itself. Also, is Robert Langdon such a danger that you need to be shooting at him with assault rifles? I'm just saying. Like, he's just a professor. Like, even if you confirm that he shot a museum guy, just, like, shoot him with, like, tear gas canisters. Huh. The generator room powers the bunkers. Important. Okay, so I get into the bunkers through this hangar. Get to the generator, which accesses the surface door near the control tower, and that leads to the airfield exit. I will definitely remember everything I saw on that map. Ooh. Is this a... It is not a tool I can pick up or look at. Neither is that one. And there is... It's a good thing they have a system where only bolt cutters can be used.
I'm bound to need these somewhere.
I've already used bolt cutters in the past, so... Langdon definitely has familiarity with the tool. To cut this lock, probably. An unrequired pallet jack. I mean, like, there are no pallets in this hangar. Why do they even have it here? I find that whenever I'm playing games and I see a pallet jack, I'm always kind of drawn to it because it's like one of the most generic... There are 2 pallet jacks in this hangar, and there isn't a single pallet jack. That is incredibly wasteful. There isn't a single pallet to be jacked. I remember playing one of the Call of Duty games, specifically the one that takes place in the future. I want to say Black Ops 3, and you go into this room, high-tech computer equipment, giant power lines, and like tucked away behind a power line is just a single pallet jack. It's like, what is it even doing there?
Somehow a padlock just doesn't make me feel secure anymore.
I would imagine if you're just running around with bolt cutters, breaking in everywhere, like you'd be like, maybe I shouldn't just rely on that for safety, or at the very least, securing my documents. Ooh,
This should come in useful.
and yeah, because he doesn't really. It's interesting how you don't really maintain an inventory between levels. But then I guess by the end of the game, I would just have a whole bunch of large bandages. All right. Now I can go into the bunk. Interesting how they decided to just kind of like cut through that instead of like go to a different camera angle to show him climbing.
Robert Langdon, Sophie Nauvoo, give yourselves up now.
We will not give ourselves up. We will fight. And we will win. Luckily, they only sent 2 cops. Okay, so the previous cops didn't mind trying to take pot shots at us with assault rifles. But these guys, they sent in without any guns.
He'll be all right.
Let's see how she's doing. Okay, she needs help.
Leave her alone.
Right, little lad,
You're nicked.
Get up and we can all go home.
Just let me pummel you. That was a sweeping camera angle.
This all could have been avoided if you just let me go.
But luckily, Professor Langdon runs from nothing, which is why he's running now. Oh. Chemicals? Just some miscellaneous chemicals. Ooh. I don't know when I will need that, but... I mean, I suppose if you have the option of picking it up. A standard issue road flare used for illuminating an area. I'm guessing the bunker is not going to have any lights on. If I... just off the top of my head. Oh my gosh. How many times am I going to have to do this analog stick lifting QuickTime event? There are World War II bunkers underneath this airport. I guess that makes sense. Ah. And, of course, they are not properly lit.
Have we looked everywhere?
No, we just showed up. I was just hoping you had something more interesting to say than that, but I guess, you don't. Oh, that's why we also have to find the generators, because the generators turn on the power, and then we'll have some lights. Which will be very, very useful. Yeah, if I didn't brighten up the game, this would have been very, very dark. And it seems that nobody's taken very good care of this World War II bunker.
Jacobs, you take some men and cover the airfield exit. Silver, set up an outer perimeter and checkpoints on the roads in a mile radius. Harday, get a couple of K9 units into the tunnels. We need these 2 cornered, cuffed, and on a plane within the hour, or the Commissioner will have our hides.
Literally, that's how justice is done in Europe.
Get a move on you, gits!
That doesn't sound promising.
Where are we going, Robert?
We need to get to Teabing's limo outside the airfield.
You don't really know where we are, do you?
Well, other than Biggin Airfield, no. But if we keep moving forward, we'll find a way out.
Or you could just reference the map that you saw. Okay, so that is not the way forward, and I'm guessing this is also not the way forward because there are boxes. And I have no idea, like, is that a drop? Yeah, that's a drop. And boxes are Robert's greatest enemy. This is a little more of a level than I was expecting. Like, most of this game, it gives you kind of like rooms to find puzzles in. But now this is like kind of like a linear path to maneuver.
This door should take us to the surface.
It doesn't seem to be working.
The power indicator is off. There must be some sort of electrical problem.
Okay, so turn on the power, pull the switch. As I'm glad that this flare that I got can be used over and over. Wait, hold on. Oof. Oh no. Ugh. Yeah, this bug managed to make it to the final release. I'm still kind of wandering a little bit on the aimless side because, like, sometimes it's hard to tell, like, where the game is going to necessarily...
Maybe I should try again.
Where it's going to put items that are going to be considered important. So there's a door going somewhere. Let's see where the other path goes down. Damn you, Sophie. The other path goes nowhere. So I guess let's go to the door. And that should, in theory, lead to the generator room. It's a good thing that he's just able to turn off the flare. I guess I've never used a flare like that, so I don't exactly know how realistic that would be. Also, steam all over my face. Robert Langdon lives for it.
It's a fuse box with working fuses.
That's good, although it seems like it's missing one. So there's a 50 amp, a 50 amp, and... I'm just going to hold on to these. Although I find this reminds me a lot of Lost, the video game, because, like, there are a lot of puzzle. There's basically one type of puzzle in that game, and that is the...
The fuses in this fuse box look fine.
And that is this, like, kind of fuse box type situation, where you have to direct the power through the box. And then you had to kind of use different fuses in order to direct the power better. And that was really the only puzzle in the entire game, and it was just multiple variations on that puzzle. Though that alone isn't really what makes Lost the game bad. There are a lot of things that make Lost the game, Lost via Domus, bad. But that is another story. We're already knee-deep in a fairly mediocre adventure game, so... No need to drag another one. So where does this go? Ah, okay. I'm guessing I'm getting closer to... the control tower? I was gonna say, I thought I was getting closer to the, first aid kit. All right. To where I would actually be using those fuses, but if I'm going to the control tower, that doesn't sound like it. All right, let's head up on towards the. Actually, can I examine anything on this desk? I cannot.
Heraclius did consecrate this place, where knights of old laid down to show their faith.
It looks like we'll have to look around the temple church to find the next cryptex word.
We need to get out of here first.
Look, there's T-Bing's limo.
We need a distraction if we're going to get by all those police.
Look at that fuel tank. That would make a huge explosion.
They're just gonna blow something up.
Man.
It's a distraction.
Fine, but first we need to start the main generator or we won't be able to open those doors.
Right, the fuse box. These fuses look like they're working properly.
I honestly still have no idea what I'm supposed to do with all of these fuses. Whether I need to be taking them back to the auxiliary ones back there. Figure out, like, how I'm supposed to line them up. Like, and then the selection for the fuse slot is really, really small. Let's see. So I got 3 50 amps and 5 300 amps. Okay, it appears that I don't have to put them back. I can... I guess I can guarantee that much. An old World War II fuse. Fuses were the leading technological wartime advancement, while ultimately allowing for the development of rocket technology. Alright. Hello, how are you? Allow me to punch you.
Forcing my hand.
You're forcing my hand right into your face.
Someone finds this guy unconscious. Call for backup.
He's fine. Alright, let's go find one of these fuse boxes that I took some of those fuses out of. And see if I need to start sticking fuses. Also, why would I worry about, like, patrols in this area? This area is like one room. Like, for some reason, they couldn't figure out how to attach that one room. Oh? I'm being quiet because I'm being sneaky. Oh, nope, it's too late.
Why don't we just call it even?
And... I don't know. Robert Langdon's been beating up a lot of people. I wouldn't say he's outclassed here.
Boxing wouldn't be useful in a teaching career.
Well, yes, unless you're expected to beat up the students. So I've got 8 fuses, and I'm not entirely sure where I'm supposed to put them. Let's head back to the door. Oh, I think I ignored this lower section here. Oh, what are you? Can I do anything?
We should look around for more clues.
No, it cannot. It is just there for some reason. So there should be, in theory, something down here I can interact with that requires the fuses. Yep,
This
the
is
main
the
fuse box.
From that schematic we saw.
Some of the fuses are missing.
So how are the fuses placed, then? Okay. Let's just put some of these in all willy-nilly. Though I'd imagine there has to be some sort of order they expect you to put them in. Oh. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we've got water systems, we don't need those. Air conduits. Right generators need to be 1200, so that means 400 in the top right corner. Sorry. My head was thinking one thing, my mouth was saying another. 300 in the top right corner. Interesting how he was referencing a chart he hadn't actually looked at yet. So that affects the right, the right generators. Then we need 1200 on the left generators, so another, so let's pick up these fuses. Then the surface door requires
Bit drafty here, isn't it?
100 on the bottom left. I hope so, because I've only found 350. What are these? 50 amps.
The generator's not on.
I'm sure I got it right. There must be something else.
Lot of aggro for bugger all, eh?
Well, you gotta push the switch. Okay, so I guess that's all I need. Ah, another one of these. See, that's one of the things I like about how the new God of War game, when it comes to opening chests, instead of having you mash buttons every time, they decided yeah, we're just gonna have you just push a button once. Checkpoint reached, so of course I'm going to save my game. Now I've still got the two, no, I'll hold on to that one. I've still got the two 50 amp fuses. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do with those. Or if those are kind of like a red herring Because, like, if you know exactly how many fuses you have, you know exactly how many you're supposed to use. Whereas if they give you extra, you'll be like, maybe I should consult the chart again. So that opens the surface door. I didn't see any place where I could affect the fuel tank. Although I believe Sophie did say that she wanted to worry about the fuel tank after we figured out the surface door. So let's head up to the oh, hello.
Get away from him!
I don't know where you came from.
Best if you would let me go.
But I'll make sure that you're down for the count. Look at Robert with all of his nut punches.
He's out cold. Better move him out of sight.
He's fine. Alright, so I think I'm just going to head over to the surface door, and if the game decides that I'm not worthy of progressing, it's probably going to let me know.
Cool, this ship's getting longer each day.
Oh. Nope, I can sneak up on this guy.
Oh yeah, what's this then?
And I can sneak up on this guy. I'm just gonna... You know, there's a killer on the loose, but I'm just gonna stand here and look at a door. I think that's a great use of my police activity and training. Maybe I use the fuses to blow up the fuel tanker, if I had to take a guess. I am not entirely sure what that background noise is. Oh my gosh. That was good. I wonder if I can recreate it. Oh, because you're expected to climb up on this side. But because I climbed up on the other side, that's why it did a really weird, Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, I'm back to the control tower again? Or a different control tower?
Hello, hello, hello. What have we here?
You have an ambush.
Bit drafty here, isn't it?
It is literally raining outside. You are literally outside. It is not just drafty in here. Okay.
I don't think I did this correctly.
Oh, padlock.
To that fuel valve, but it's got a padlock on it.
You know, I wish the Langdon was smart enough to actually... Okay, so there's the ladder up and out. So that's where we're going to be going. Unless we're going to be doing some pipe climbing in the rain. Which sounds dangerous, and probably is.
Finally.
Okay. So now the fuel is pooling on the other side.
Now I just need to hit that fuel puddle from the gas tanker with this flare. But I better throw it from the roof.
Ah, okay. That makes more sense than using the... I don't know why I didn't think about that in regards to the causing the explosion. Okay, that's not where I came from.
Hey, I need a new shift.
I need a raincoat as well. They can't afford raincoats.
I will use force if necessary.
The Force? Oh, that's it. Okay, so let's save our game. And see the fireworks. Oh, apparently the rain stopped, and police showed up, and Robert Langdon just potentially almost murdered some cops. So Sophie almost potentially murdered some cops by in her escape from them and them getting eaten by dogs. But that wasn't necessarily, like, she didn't unleash the dogs on them. Whereas in this case, he literally pours out the gas and throws the flare into it. So maybe he should slow down on the property damage before he actually commits a significant crime. Also, I don't know if that was in the book.
Suggest we sort out the matter of the cryptex before proceeding.
That would seem reasonable, but
I don't think we can get any further without solving it.
Yes, I have to concur. Sophie, my dear, why do you hesitate?
Because my middle name is Hesitation. Why do you look like a poor man's Willy Wonka? Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.